Dum da dum dum.
Hey guys, Sean here. This is going to be a crash course in recocking. Recocking. If you are modifying a blowback launcher, there are a couple things to take into consideration. One is output pressure of your tank. This has a lot to do with how much air is being recirculated back to reset your hammer, dependent on how heavy your drive spring is. The other is the weight. And now I want to say thank you to the community, to one fellow in particular who shall remain anonymous, that sent me a message and pretty much broke it down for me. Now, it's staring me right in the face this whole time. I've always talked about the heavier projectiles get a little more compression down the barrel, and you tend to see higher muzzle energy, not feet per second, because heavier balls are slower, but muzzle energy. That has to do with dwell time, joule creep, a couple other things. But in any case, this was staring me right in the face. Blowback markers need air to reset your hammer, as opposed to a blow forward marker that uses the bolt spring to reset your bolt. So, if you're modifying a blowback launcher, those are two things to take into consideration: the weight of your projectile and your output pressure tank. And if you are doing the modifications yourself, you're going to be tuning for that particular setup, and as am I. So what I've been tuning with is 1100 PSI output and these 3.2 gram projectiles. They're light. And I'll demonstrate a not recocking launcher. No recock. I have to manually pull the charge handle every time. Not really much fun. Not that useful if you needed it. Simple solution. Not a foolproof solution, but it may get you out of a jam. 10 gram riot balls. This may also demonstrate that there's not really, if you're chasing troubleshooting your marker, why it's not recocking, try a heavy ball. This is not an upgraded magazine, so I don't know how well these 10 grams are gonna actually cycle in here, but hopefully this will demonstrate. No problems, except for the airing down at the end. Now, that's an issue with me removing the lock bolt and also not having any blowback function on my valve stem. So disregard the air blowing down the barrel, but it did show the heavy balls had no problems recocking the marker. More compression. That's about as simple as explanation I can give. I will say, if you buy like a blowback paintball marker like this 468, or a TMC is another one, a First Strike T15 is another one, many of the 98 Tippmann variants clones that are out there, you take it out of the box, it's probably you're not gonna have any problems. It's designed and engineered and set up to just work with paintballs. And if you have a problem recocking a factory bone stock marker, 99% chance it's an O-ring and it's not a spring issue. The problems I'm having are 100% self-inflicted. As soon as you change your drive spring, or your valve spring, or your barrel, or your projectile, you may have to do some fine tuning, as do I. This is only to show that the heavier balls are recocking, but I do want it to be reliable with more than just one projectile. I want to use, well, I like these. They fly fast, but we all know you need mass to equal pain. They probably hurt, but not as much as, say, a Grimberg Far. Yeah, you know what? Let's load some up and see if they cycle fine. Grimberg Far, 8.5 grams. They don't have much air left in here. Let's see how they do. Last one. Again, heavier projectiles. Better. But these bull Fords, okay, so I'll just finish this off quickly by saying heavier projectiles have sort of solved my problem. Those red kinetics, my best numbers were like 36, 37 joules. But I had the recoil problem. Grimberg Far, 34 joules, but no problems recocking. So, there's a little bit of give and take. These do like lighter projectiles. It's just something you're gonna have to deal with. Obviously, I'll have more information as I move forward. Lots of tinkering to do, lots of tinkering to do.